Hey everybody, this is the TheGameRiffers, and I'm FighterXaos with 16-Bit Jeff and double RPG reviews. You guys say hi.
What's up, guys?
Hey, double RPG's on, and if he held an umbrella and was going down on the ground or flying down from the sky onto the ground, he'd look like Mary Poppins. What, is he cool? Yeah, he's cool. Hey everybody, I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. If you didn't even get that joke, then I was gonna say, if you didn't get that joke, then I suppose you guys have not watched Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 yet, which I have, and I thought that movie was awesome. In terms of its entertainment value.
Yeah.
No, course.
I haven't seen it yet. So, with that said, this is our road to E3. We're continuing down the road. Like I said, we're only doing the first parts. Unless you guys, again, if this is your first episode listening, if you guys in the comments section want us to cover third parties, let us know. Because otherwise, we're just doing the first parties, which is Sony, Nintendo, Microsoft.
Or
the usual.
If there's specific third parties you want us to talk about, or at least games, then let us know.
Yeah, let us know. Exactly. Like, maybe you guys don't just only want us to talk about Activision or Bethesda or whatever. Let us know.
Mm-hmm.
If not, we'll just be doing what our plan is, first parties.
Then again,
and like I said...
why would anyone want us to talk about Activision in the first place, right?
And this week we're talking about Sony, so that means I'm the one taking charge. That's why you hear me first this time.
Yes. So, all play slaves and Sony ponies, if you're here for drama, just go away. This is actually fun times.
Mm-hmm.
Super happy fun times.
No, but then we become full on. But then we come full on retarded when the actual event happens, right, guys?
Oh, yeah, you never go full.
That's why I show my bias, right, guys?
Hey, we gotta have fun when those live times come, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, continue, Jerry.
Well, all right. Since I'm going to be going first, before that, I got to say, I can't believe it. I said it last episode. I didn't want Frieza to come back. He's coming back. It's been confirmed.
Son of a bitch.
Of all people to take out Boo, he could have replaced Roshi at least.
Or at least have Jocko.
See, now, here's why I feel justified of not watching anime I used to, like, 20 years ago when I was a kid, because this is what I don't like about anime, is that they follow, popular trends or just polls that fans like because just about the character's popularity, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I understand Frieza being one of the most intimidating villains in DBZ history. That makes sense, but the fact that they're just bringing him back, it feels more like him being a jabroni than an actual threat, you know what I mean? Kind of like how they had that
Emperor
similar feeling with Resurrection of Ep, you know what I mean? That made sense. This just feels hackneyed.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, I don't want to turn this into anime talk. We can do that on my channel.
Yet!
We can do that on my channel.
Or our live streams whenever we get around to them.
Yeah, but this is just about Sony. I just had to, go back with that running gag of me being upset over Frieza.
Mm.
So I'm gonna go first. You guys, will have your shot. So,
alrighty.
All right. So, my time.
So from the PS Legion guy over here, what do you think about Sony this year, huh?
So I'm just gonna say this. I feel it's gonna be a super safe showing this year, and I know you guys. But again, you guys will get your chance to talk.
Mm-hmm.
I feel it's gonna be super safe this year because all the games that we already know about. There's always the possibility of a surprise at E3, but this year's E3, especially in the age of the internet where everybody's already trying to look for leaks, we pretty much know what they're going to show.
Yeah.
And with that said, it's going to be safe. What we mean by that is that all these games, I have a list of games in front of me. All these games, and I'll knock the list names out. You guys can talk about them when it's your turn. I'll just knock them out. These are the games that we know. These are all games we've already heard months ago, if not years ago even.
Years, yeah.
Yeah.
Starting off, Last of Us 2. Yep. Call of Duty World War II. What's it called? World War II or World?
Yeah, just World War II.
Yeah, literally
Call of Duty World War II. Death Stranding. Detroit Become Human. God of War. Gran Turismo Sport. I wrote Gran Truism. I don't know what that is.
Nice.
Knack 2, the greatest game ever made.
Mm-hmm.
Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. Shenmue 3, which I actually caught the soundbite where I cried over it.
Nice.
Spider-Man by Insomniac. Days Gone. And Final Fantasy VII Remake and Destiny 2. That's just a list of games. And I'll go through how I feel. Shenmue 3, I hope there's a demo at least. It's supposed to come out this winter. Supposed to.
Bullshit.
Supposed to. That's why. Again, you'll get your turn.
I know we're gonna get to. I just wanted to, but continue, man.
It's supposed to come out this year. If not, just give us a demo. Show us something, because it was quiet last year.
A nice tease. I agree. Yeah,
it was all quiet on the Western Front last year.
Yeah, it
during
was,
E3.
And I should know because I plopped $60 down on a Kickstarter.
Yeah, you did.
For the physical copy.
Gran Turismo Sport. I thought that game came out already. I legit thought it came out already.
At least it's not Gran Turismo 7.
Or Drive Club 2.
I don't know what else. I think that's all the games I have. But I also think they're we're gonna talk about the VR. They're gonna, again, safe. It's gonna be the part of the Sony conference where we're gonna fall asleep, or Double R at my behest will play just the soundboard all day to mute the sound of VR.
Yeah,
which is funny because I was actually interested in VR.
Every PlayStation VR game they play, or they showcase, I'm going to have the soundbite from Aqua Teen Hunger Force where Carl just opens the door and he says, "Next door, jackass," and then he slams his door shut.
Yep. Just to overshadow the potential just that Sony's trying to shove our gullets down with fucking VR, right? Because that's what we need. That's what we really need.
And speaking of all quiet on the Western Front, Final Fantasy VII Remake, they're probably just gonna say, "Hey, it's still happening," and we're gonna yeah, sure.
Yeah, another 10 years, PlayStation 5. You know it's gonna happen.
Nomura, Squeenix. I don't know what's going on with y'all. We went through a whole thing about y'all off recording, where we were just digging into them because I don't know what's going on there. You know what I think happened? I think brain slugs came down from outer space. It just started to suck the brain energy out of them.
That's
Futurama style.
Either that, which could happen because we don't know what is on our universe to begin with, or the most easiest and most effing predictable one. Cocaine's a hell of a drug. Never do drugs, kids.
That or they have not made any more smartphone games where they are sequels to Final Fantasy All the Bravest, right?
Oh, Jesus.
Because we need some more of that mindless Final Fantasy that we could just tap with our fingers.
No, you forgot. You forgot where myself being part of Tappers, who doesn't want a sequel to Thief or Thief? Because that's what apparently we're getting, yeah.
Oh.
I'm happy! Can't you tell?
Thief another day.
And Destiny 2, because everyone asked for it. Electric Boogaloo. You know, the game that... There's this... I have kind of a beef with that game because there's somebody... It's sort of a personal thing where somebody I know that played it all the time and would just shove it down my throat every second.
Here's another good one. Destiny 2. With now more 50% more useless crap.
Or,
and I also want to mention that...
I was going to say, Destiny 2, and its subtitle, Destiny is Destiny.
And also, Sony, can you just say the Vita's dead already?
I'm done.
Yes, this is why I love doing these podcasts. Oh man, I know.
Well, good.
Sorry, I'm just amazed myself when I just, I break somebody or just have fun. Oh, God. Didn't mean to go off on a tangent there, but continue, Jerry.
Yeah, it's supposed to be my time, Jeff, so whatever. So, I was just going to say that they should just say the Vita's dead already. Just say it. Just say it. Stop. I feel like Sam Kinison. Say it! Say it! Just say it's dead. Why are you still? Like,
why are you still
silently?
silently supporting it if you're not going to
exactly.
If you're not going to take it seriously for a global audience? I mean, you did that for the PSP.
Exactly, there's 2 games coming for it. And it's just like, dude, just say it's dead. Just go on E3 and just show a press conference. I will remember you.
Do 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 do.
And it says in memoriam. Vita means life except now. It means death.
Okay, I'm back.
And I'm done with my thing. And yeah, I'm done. Go ahead, Double R.
No, it's your turn.
Do you mind if I jump in for a quick second before it's my turn?
It's your turn. It's your turn.
We're talking about the Vita, right? We were talking about the Vita and how irrelevant it still is, even though Sony thinks it still has, because Vita is life, right? I mean, we should be surprised because this is the same company that came up with the beloved catchphrase #GameChanger, right?
Right.
It was definitely a game changer. But you know, funny enough, like last week when it was my turn to talk about Microsoft, I really have nothing to add, because it's funny where we were talking about this behind the scenes before we started recording. You know how people say that Microsoft with their Xbox E3 showings are just predictable? Yeah, you could say the same thing. It's not an occasion, but it's the same thing with Sony and Nintendo each E3, and this is one of them. I don't expect any big guns until PlayStation Experience 2017 later in December. So with E3 2017 this year, it's going to be the same old crap that we've been knowing for the last couple of years. So let's see, which games out of all the lists that you included that I am intrigued in? Well, like I said, I did the unthinkable, and hell actually literally flows over today for me, and pre-ordered World War II for Call of Duty this year. I know, shocker, right?
Yeah, it is.
Detroit Become Human. I'm just going to turn my brain off because fuck David Cage.
Oh, God. It's so...
He's better than Hideo Kojima.
Really? Because I think they're both pretentious.
No.
It was much higher with Kojima.
That's what I mean.
But the only thing that makes him different from Hideo Kojima is that David Cage just loves to go all out with the birds and the bees with his video games, right?
No, but he has to say with every sentence, you need to feel the game. We want you to feel the game. I don't want to feel the game. I want to play the game. You cheesy and surrender monkey. God of War 2. I was saying God of War 2, but God of War 4, or whatever what it's going to be called.
God of War 2 was actually fun.
Revival. Yeah, but particularly talking about this 4th installment.
Right.
Because that other installment on the PS3 never happened, right, guys?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm really looking forward to see more of what is being brought to the table in regards to this 4th installment from San Diego, right? That's the developer, right?
Yeah.
It's either San Diego or Santa Monica. It was one of those two.
It is Santa Monica.
Okay, thank you.
You're
Knack 2, I agree with Jerry, is the greatest game ever made. Blessed the Pope, that is.
I wouldn't say it's the greatest game ever made, but just the prettiest cartoon game ever made.
And that was the greatest game ever, because that's the only game that has it. Exactly.
Don't explain the joke.
That's the joke. Yeah. You suck, McBain! Explosions. Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. I don't care about it because I played Uncharted 4. I had my fill of Uncharted, to be honest. But hey, to the people that want to play it, I think it's a good deal for $40. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you wholeheartedly, Jerry, that we need to see something in regards to Shenmue 3 this year. Especially, this has come from someone who plopped $60
Yep.
2.5 years ago for the physical copy for PS4.
Exactly.
I need to see my investment.
Exactly. Backers like you need to see it, man. Like, what the heck?
Suki, I love you, man. I love what you've done for his games, and I love what you made in regards to your time at Sega. But, God, I need to see my investment.
Yeah.
I need to see that cheddar. Spider-Man from Insomniac, the only game I actually care from the crap that Marvel's going to be shoving down our throats. Yeah, thanks a lot, Square Enix. That's what we need. Freaking Avengers. Don't get me started on that crap. Oh, you can wait until we talk about third parties again if you guys want it, because
you guys.
Yeah, he's going to be out for blood if we had to talk about Square Enix.
Days Gone. You know what? It's funny. Last year I was hyped to see it, but as the more I saw it, I was like, it. You know, I don't want to be that guy, but I could care less about Days Gone. Like, it looks like a great game. I think it's going to be a great game, and I'm a huge fan of Sony Ben due to their time of developing Siphon Filter, but it just feels like the more generic, pretentious zombie crap we haven't for the last couple of years, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, it looks like a great game, but if I have to choose which one I'm more excited for, Days Gone or State of Decay 2, I would go with State of Decay 2, in all honesty, you know what I mean? But again, I hope the game does good.
Oh, yeah, and State of Decay 2 is supposed to be Xbox One exclusive and Windows 10 exclusive, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Then again, for all we know, since State of Decay Day 1, the remastered, came out for Steam, there's a possibility that State of Decay 2 could be coming out for Steam as well. We just don't know yet.
Oh, good.
Which that's the case, I hope it does.
Yes.
VR stuff, I don't care about VR. Like, I like the idea of VR, but we're not there yet. It's like the same thing 10 years ago with freaking 3D. I do see it as a viable device. It's just we're still not there yet.
Or 20 years ago, the Virtual Boy.
Yeah. Oh, God.
I'm sorry I had to bring up that bad memory again. Jesus,
Oh,
you like to bring up bad memories all the time.
Oh, since you brought up a bad memory, I'm going to bring a similar bad memory up to you, and that Vita. Why Sony? Just have the cojones. Just have the cojones to admit that, yeah, we killed it.
Exactly.
Why do you think we stopped producing the effort? It's dead.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Gio, I love you, but just go out there and say,
just cut to it.
This list initiative we're doing, just mainly for PlayStation 4 and PC. I'm so sorry. Sorry.
Or just keep it exclusive to Japan and discontinue it from everywhere else.
Oh, you mean like Puyo Puyo Tetris for Xbox One? Yeah, that was a smart move, Sega.
I still want to try that game on Switch.
I know. But Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I did forget to mention Death Stranding because I don't give a crap about. Again, I'm happy for my boy over here, Kyle, because he's getting the game that he, just like Jerry did a couple years back, cried his ever-living eyes out in regards to Shenmue 3. But the reason why I don't care is because this is not a PlayStation 4 game; it's a PlayStation 5 game. Let's be realistic. This just like Death Stranding isn't coming out until 2020.
Wait, it's coming out on the TV show, you mean?
Wait, what?
2020 on ABC?
Oh, yeah.
I remember that show.
Everyone does.
I know, bad pun, so sue me. No, don't do that.
That's a guy's name.
And Destiny 2.
I won't make that joke again. I swear.
Destiny 2. Is there more that I have to say? It's the same crap of 50% more brighter, colorful, and more loot. You know, just like just like Gearbox with the Borderlands franchise. Just the same crap of more loot, because that's the only thing we care about. So yeah, overall, I do hope Sony has a good show, but it's just like I said earlier, like how many people in the industry and just fans say that Microsoft, the same crap happens to both their rivals in regards to PlayStation and Nintendo, and in this case, it's one of those years that you can just list what they're going to show, and that's going to be a show. So, again, I really don't care. I hope it's a good show, and I'm more interested in later New Year with PlayStation experience. That's my thoughts.
Okay. Is that all on your end?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so now we save me for last. So, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty much in agreement with you guys. I think Sony, for the first time in how many years, that they're going to be the most safe out of the big three. And I kind of wholeheartedly feel this way because there's no way that they can have just a continuous perfect streak perfect streak of just giving a really awesome show. I mean, with E3. I mean, if they did it a 5th year in a row or a 6th year in a row, then I guarantee I would shit my pants in excitement, but there is no way. But in terms of the games that they're going to show, I do agree that they will show more of God of War 4, Knack 2, Spider-Man, the Insomniac game, out of the first-party titles. That's the one that I'm actually very excited to hear more about or see what all Insomniac has worked on since the last year. The Last of Us 2, or The Last of Us Part 2, again, why? Death Stranding, don't care. Not really caring that much for Hideo Kojima anymore, even though there is a huge fan base that still cares about him. And for those of you who are going to chastise me for not liking him, all I can just say is fuck off. Gran Turismo Sport, intrigued, but still need to know more. Detroit Become Human, why? Dreams, I think that was one that a lot of us didn't even talk about. It's the new Media Molecule game that was announced 2 years ago.
Another one that's been announced years ago that we know already of, yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? I hate to say it, but I think it's Scalebound, and Norwood's dead.
Seems to be a pattern for Sony this year. Like, all these games we already know. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's not only Microsoft that's having this happen, right, guys?
Yeah.
You see a pattern now?
Days Gone, I'm kind of neutral about it. I want to see more. I mean, I was excited for seeing it last year, but then since we haven't heard much this year, I'm more on the neutral side. But definitely, I do believe we're going to hear a release date for that, for when it's going to come out this holiday season. But I would have preferred a new Siphon filter, but, Days Gone's what we got.
That would have been nice.
Yeah. Now, Sony, I do expect them to at least surprise me with one new IP, because they always seem to have a new IP announced every single year, or at least a new game announced from either a long-running franchise or at least from a new IP. So I hope to hear something new, at least one, for E3 this year. I do believe that there's going to be a heavy showcasing of 3 games, and they are Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, Call of Duty World War II, although I would have preferred another World at War, and Destiny 2. But again, I won't talk about them much, but I do believe that's what Sony's going to be showcasing a whole lot of at their press conference. And of course, with the PlayStation VR games, I really don't even care much about it. I thought it was just boring as hell that they showcased those PlayStation VR games last year, and I'm pretty sure that they're going to be showing another trailer for Final Fantasy 15 VR experience. But again, why do we need that? But one thing that I'm actually kind of curious about, whether or not if they're going to do at their press conference this year, even though they have the PlayStation 4 Pro out already, it makes me wonder if they have any exclusive PlayStation 4 Pro games up their sleeves. Possibly?
It's possible. I hope not. That would... Boy.
It's possible, but I feel like they're pulling the same stunt that Microsoft will be doing to Scorpio. In other words, their extensions rather than their own systems, if that makes sense.
That's what they're supposed to be. That's why I hope not.
Yeah.
But you can never...
Yeah, you can never tell. But I can understand where they're coming from, which makes more sense, making exclusive content for these so-called upgrade consoles, or wait a couple of years down the road when we announce the actual successors.
Right.
Yeah, that's why. But it could happen. I just hope not, because
the reason why I brought that up is I'm comparing it to how Nintendo did with the 3DS, how there were new Nintendo 3DS exclusives, even though that really never set sail, since they only had a few. Oh,
and it's funny that I don't know if we're gonna go to our predictions at the end, but
we already did.
Well, there's one thing you forgot to add when you were talking about, Jerry. A certain dream that you've been having since the beginning of this year in regards to Sony and E3. The announcement of PlayStation 5.
Oh, right. Do you mean the actual dream I had?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you guys don't know what happened was I had a dream like a few months ago. The reason why we're bringing it up is because it seems super likely it'll happen, was that the PS5 could be announced this E3.
Probably just an announcement, but not like
I don't think it'll be released this year.
I'm thinking 2020 at best.
It might be 2019 or 18.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
But it could be announced this year, but definitely not released. I don't see that happening.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the thing.
Some people are saying it could be released. I'm like, nah, come on.
Nah. No, I feel like it could be released next year because of the release of Scorpio later in the year. It would make sense on Sony's end, but it's just
next year, possibly the earliest. Yeah, definitely might be announced this year, might not. But go ahead.
Okay. All right. Only 2 more things I want to talk about. Shenmue 3, the first one, Shenmue 3, I do believe we're going to be seeing a new update, but I hope to God that there is a demo for people to actually play it at the E3 showroom floor, because it's been 2 years since that game.
At least, yeah.
Yeah, it's been at least 2 years since that, has been announced, and the Kickstarter has succeeded very well, but there's got to be something playable. I mean, you got to, answer to the people that crowdfunded the game,
exactly.
Yu Suzuki. So I wholeheartly hope that there is going to be something playable for that. And last but not least, and I know that Jerry and Jeff have probably been itching me to talk about this, since I am the JRPG nut of the whole group, or at least for a particular franchise, that is. And that is Final Fantasy VII Remake. Now, I'm going to be more on the just neutral side, or just not be that totally biased, even though we would like to be biased on a whim. But I'm just going to be neutral and just say that Final Fantasy VII Remake, I have a feeling that they are going to show it at the Sony press conference, because it's been 2 years since what we saw over at PlayStation Experience in 2015, and I know that there have been slow updates of the game since this year. Back in January, during the 30th anniversary of the Final Fantasy franchise, where we got the key art for Final Fantasy VII Remake, as well as a few weeks later, or a couple weeks later or whatnot, where they actually had that Magic 2017 Consumer Electronics Show in Japan, where they actually showcased the 2 screenshots, but the team developing the game wanted to show a trailer of the progress of what they all been working on, but Square Enix was like, no, it's not possible to do it at this time. Based on me watching this from Maximilian Dude, because he did talk about this about a month or 2 ago. He suspects that Square, at least at the Sony press conference, that Final Fantasy VII Remake, Square is going to have a giant media blitzkrieg, especially with a new trailer and possibly like a playable demo if they want to have the bombing mission, the first thing that happens in Final Fantasy VII, be in the form of a playable demo on the E3 showroom floor, if that's what they're going for, with the team trying to polish it up so that way people could actually try that. But yeah, do I think that Final Fantasy VII Remake is going to have some presence at the show? Oh yeah, but do I think there's going to be like a media blitzkrieg of some sort? Yeah, it's possibly, but a huge one? Probably not. But do I think it's coming out on PS4? I would like to say yes, but as Jeff and Jerry said, it's probably going to be most likely we'll see it on the PlayStation 5 if it continues on. Thanks, Nomura. But other than that, I really don't have that much else to say. I mean, like I said, or like we all said, Sony looks like they're bound to be pretty safe this year. I mean, if they do bring out their guns and give us a ton of surprises out of nowhere, then I would say it would be unwise of us not to underestimate them. But I don't think that's possible this year. But we'll just have to see. But anyway, that's me. So, Jerry, do we have any questions from the kiddies?
Comment section?
Yeah, from the comments.
We just got one comment.
Okay.
And I'm going to go to it right now because yes, people, send your comment, like I said, questions, concerns, your own thoughts, and of course, if you want us to cover all the third parties or just one of the third parties. Okay, it's from Super Gaming.
Okay.
Soup as in soup that you eat. That's how you spelled it.
Yeah.
Anyways. Yeah, this is his comment. Yeah, I feel like Microsoft has the most to prove this E3, which is weird to me. I like the channel, though, guys. Subbed. I'd love if you checked out mine as well.
Thanks for subbing, dude.
Thanks, yeah.
But yeah, especially
Thanks.
with Xbox or Project Scorpio for Xbox One, yeah, it's definitely going to be very interesting what they all have to showcase. I think out of the big three, I think Nintendo and Microsoft are going to be the ones that are going to have the most recognition at E3 this year. In my opinion. I mean, we got Project Scorpio coming out this year. I mean, we already had the Nintendo Switch launch about a couple months ago. And, of course, when we get to talking about Nintendo next week, which I won't talk about it much now, but I just have this feeling that those two are going to be like everybody's just going to be their direct site to go to based on those two systems, you know, for information on, like, games and the new console and whatnot.
Right.
But that's just me. Do you guys feel the same way, or do you feel different, or?
No,
Microsoft is a lot
I completely agree with you that this year, yeah, Microsoft and even Nintendo of all people, because we don't even know what they're going to even announce at this year's event. That we don't even know to a degree what their event's going to be.
Oh, well, we did get confirmation this week. It is their press conference is called the Nintendo E3 Spotlight, so it's basically the same thing like what we could expect from the digital event that we saw at least 2 and 3 years back.
Yeah, but is it more in line like what happened last year or the year prior? That's the question.
No. It's not like last year, where they're just only doing the Treehouse stuff. Even though they are bringing the Treehouse stuff, but they are having a live stream Nintendo Direct in the form of the Nintendo E3 Spotlight or whatever it's called.
Yep. But
Okay.
is that everything, Double R?
Yeah,
I guess
I think that's everything. But did you really comment on his question at all, or his reply or comment or whatnot?
Yeah.
Okay. I just hope I didn't steal your thunder, dude. Even though you are the host for this episode. You know, talking his comment and whatnot.
All right, so let me wrap this up.
Uh-huh.
You guys got anything to plug? Twitter, at least.
Well, you can follow me on Twitter at 16bitjeff. I do have a Twitch that I will eventually be using later down the road in the near future, so look forward to that on twitch.tv/16bitjeff. And funny enough, we were just talking about this behind the scenes, but we're going to be testing this for the next couple weeks with these particular episodes, but we might be posting our future podcasts, this particular one, on Twitch going forward. Correct, Jerry?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. So look forward to that. If you like the format that we're doing, then please let us know.
Definitely.
Good luck.
You can find me on Facebook at Double RPG Reviews. I have a Facebook fan page, and of course at Twitter at Double RPG Reviews. I don't really post tweets that much unless if it's something of a Facebook post I make or with any videos I post on my YouTube, which you can find me youtube.com/Double RPG Reviews. Have not gotten started with my episode of my Final Fantasy retrospective with Final Fantasy XI Online. Probably that's going to get started after E3, but I'm still working on the script for episode 11, which covers Final Fantasy XIV, the original online release, and of course the A Realm Reborn and its expansions. In terms of live streams, I'm currently doing one on Chrono Trigger right now. I didn't do one for the last couple weeks because I took a break last week, and this week I ended up coming down with the cold, which I'm getting better now, but it's just I'm just wanting to get back in full health so that way we could try to go through the other endings instead of just going through the normal ending, which we already got through in the first 5 live streams that we did. But be on the lookout for more content coming from me in the future with that in terms of live streams and whatever else I decide to cook up for my YouTube channel in the future that you won't even find anywhere else. And yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to doing more with the GameRiffers in terms of live streams and all. But definitely find me at those 3 sources if you can. And definitely give a subscribe and follow me on those 2 social networking sites. Mm-hmm. And that's me. So, Jerry, you got any
All right,
plug?
so I want to plug Definitely. For the Game Riffers, since the whole reason we do these Road to E3 is to promote our E3 annual stream, check out twitch.tv/TheGameRiffers. Please. That's the whole reason we're doing these. And you can also check us out on Twitter and Facebook. They're both just The Game Riffers. And check out the Geek Fighters, which is the umbrella that all of us fall on. Well, at least me and Jeff. I don't know if Double R falls under. He can
every now and
to.
then, but I should be making more of a. I should be making more of an effort to follow that.
So the Geek Fighters is the umbrella because me and Jeff do solo stuff, and like I said, Double R can be if he wants. But yeah, so check out my YouTube channel, which like I said, I do solo stuff. I do a series called The Drop, where I talk about everything, games, comics, anime, and all that. And the Ikari Cast Classic, which if we talk about games, will be put on the Game Riffers because it makes sense. If not, it's just on my channel, which I should do. We actually talked about games. I have not cross-posted them. The next one we do, I gotta get on that next month probably. And for me, like I said, for me specifically, twitter.com/Ikari Radio, IKARIRADIO, Facebook, FighterXaos, everywhere else I should be FighterXaos. It's only Twitter that I put Ikari Radio for some reason. And Tumblr too, but who uses Tumblr?
Yes, seriously, who uses somebody says?
If you go to my Facebook, you should be able to find everything I do. I do a webcomic, I do a whole bunch of stuff, to the point where I'm like, why am I doing all this stuff? So just go to the Facebook and the YouTube page, and you'll be fine, at least. And that's me. That's all. That's it.
Yep. So tune in next week when we get around to doing Nintendo. So definitely catch you later, guys.
Double R will be hosting that one.
Yes. So, peace out.
See you all next week.
Nino Conrio.